knows these secrets. Newsmax calls Armageddon the most explosive book of the campaign. Armageddon at bookstores everywhere, or get Newsmax's free offer. Call 800-NEWSMAX, 800-NEWSMAX, or go to newsmax2016.com.
America is taking the lead in energy,
leading the world in oil and natural gas production. I vote to keep it going. With the right policies, we can produce, refine, and supply
more oil and natural gas.
And more abundant energy means more affordable energy for American families.
A more secure America.
Jobs,
opportunity, and economic growth for our children
and grandchildren.
That's why this election I'm voting
for American energy.
Learn more at voteforenergy.org.
Join us and become an energy voter.
Brought to you by American Petroleum Institute.
Today, President Obama awards the National Medal of Arts and the National Humanities Medal. CBS's Pam Coulter.
Some of Hollywood's biggest stars are among this year's honorees, including actor Morgan Freeman.
I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still to hold a thought in my head.
And Mel Brooks, whose movies have been making Americans laugh for decades.
Fortune cookie? Yes. Remember, open it before you eat it.
Giants from the music world are represented by Motown's Berry Gordy. And influential composer Philip Glass. Pam Coulter, CBS News, the White House.
Composer Julia Wolfe, author Maggie Nelson, and playwright Brandon Jacobs Jenkins are 3 of the 23 new MacArthur Fellows getting what are known as Genius Grants. Each honoree gets $625,000, no strings attached. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Dick Morris says Trump can defeat Hillary, but he must fight back. In his runaway New York Times bestseller, Armageddon, How Trump Can Defeat Hillary.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Expect lots of sunshine once again out there through your afternoon. High temperatures around 90 tonight. Lows back into the mid, maybe upper 60s. For Friday and the weekend, not much change. Still looking hot and dry with lots of sunshine through Sunday and highs 90 to 93. Dr. Ron Phillips has released the most important book he's ever written, The Unraveling of America. He pulls back the curtain and exposes those who are pulling the strings and unraveling the fabric of America. Available at Amazon or ronphillips.org. And I'm Machine 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Core. On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
Hot News Talk 1240.
AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio. With your chance to win $124 in cash and $124 in food every week with the Hot News Talk Radio 1, 2, 3 NASCAR contest.
Hot News Talk 1240.
All you have to do is guess who's going to be first, second, and third place in the upcoming NASCAR Sprint Cup race. If you guess it, you'll hear your name live Monday morning at 11:30. Then call AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio to win. Enter your guess right now at Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, 5301 Brainerd Road, Chattanooga. Diesel Off-Road Technology Saudi Daisy. For your four-wheel drive and truck needs. Stuff and upholstery with premium rubber foam. Amigos Mexican Restaurant next to Staples and Hickson. Drink specials during the race. Cell Surgeon, the Broken Screen Doc. And Shooter's Supply, 4824 Hickson Pike in Hickson.
Hot News Talk 1240.
Enter your guesses now and listen to the race live to win $124 in cash and $124 in food from Chattanooga's official NASCAR radio station.
Hot News Talk 1240.
I love NASCAR.
Hello and welcome back to the Art Beat of Chattanooga, where art lives. We're excited to see you today, have you here. We got Stan Townsend with us today from the Townsend Atelier, which we're going to talk about. It's a great school, almost like an institute, basically, and all kinds of cool things that we're going to talk about concerning that. As always, Chattanooga's awesome. We're here to promote Chattanooga, local arts, Chattanooga reaching the world, and helping to make this city more and more friendly to the arts and to people who want to live here and visit here to see our beautiful city. So, Stan, if you could introduce yourself to the folks and maybe give us just a quick little description of what you actually do at the Townsend Atelier.
Hi, I'm Stan Townsend. I'm co-owner with my wife, Peggy Townsend, at the Townsend Atelier. We're located at 301 East 11th Street in downtown Chattanooga in the Arts Building. It's a newly remodeled building, and we are a art school and supply center. As an art school, we subscribe to the old method of the French school, which is the atelier, and I'll explain that a little bit. But where we we have classes for young children all the way up to adults.
Yeah, so I've been to your life drawing class that's on Thursday evenings, and it's a beautiful, beautiful facility, very well done, I think classy, and it's really almost reverent when you're there drawing the life drawing models, and there's just beautiful supplies everywhere, and the artwork around the place is amazing. So you offer classes, and yourself, you've been an artist for how long, Stan?
All my life, it seems.
Yeah, just comes naturally. You're just born an artist.
Yeah, that's true.
We could have artist pride parades.
We could.
We should.
Yeah, we should.
Get our paintbrushes and
Yeah.
woo!
That's a good idea.
I think we should do that. Let's put that together. So, yeah. So, and we could incorporate that into the gallery hops, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Artist Pride Day. We'll all paint rainbows. So, so tell us. Let's start concerning your personal journey. Let's start there.
Right.
You're my guest, and I want to first introduce you and kind of your artistic journey.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have some pieces here we're going to be sharing on Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. You can also, we're going to have YouTube posted on our website and Facebook. So you can call in if you have questions. The phone number, 423-800-8949, 423-800-8949. Feel free to call. I'm Jillian Collins, the host of the Art Beat of Chattanooga, also a local artist. Vanguard Artistry is my website, which is about as ignored as an artist's website can be at this point. But feel free to look it up, Vanguard Artistry, and kind of see what I do. And I'm excited to have Stan here. To me, this your school, would you call it a school, an institute?
It's a school. It's really it's a learning center.
Mhm.
I hate to say it. Practicing studio with, the concept of an atelier is, the word atelier is a French word, which means workshop or studio. And the atelier method is where you work with a person who is a practicing artist or practicing in the field. And you learn from somebody who does it every day, not just somebody who teaches. And, there's a difference between an educator and practicing art.
So kind of more like apprenticing under artists
It
than
is,
like the
yeah.
old days, like in the masters.
Yep. And we're a skills-based school, so we start out trying to teach you the basic skills because we feel that, you need to learn the skills before you can manipulate them and do your thing. We don't teach a style, we teach skill.
So technique and skill, what the paint does, you never stop learning about art.
Never stop learning.
There's so many materials you can use and so many amazing things that you look around Chattanooga at the galleries all through Chattanooga, and the talent we have here is just incredible.
Yeah, and I think we pride ourselves on having some of the best teachers in the Chattanooga area. Actually, we have people fly in from far away as Italy, and we've had people flying from Maui. I guess the last person that was in flew in from Australia to study one of our workshops. So it's we take a lot of pride in we're bringing in guest artists who attract people from around the world.
Yeah, I was very sad to miss the plein air city painting series. That I could not attend, and I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
So now plein air, some people may not know what that means. It's painting in the air. You're painting right on site.
Yep. It's there's a difference between alla prima, which is one you're painting, but you're painting in one finish. Well, you're trying to finish the painting at the same time, all in one sitting. Plein air is working on location without photographs or anything, just working directly from nature, and a lot of it's plein air landscape. And it's a growing field. There's a lot of artists who are enjoying participating in it. There's a number of big conventions. I don't know if you've noticed. There's a number of growing conventions of plein air painters where they'll get together. They'll attract 500-600 people.
And is that happening in Chattanooga?
No. There's a group of Chattanooga artists that plein air paint.
Yes.
But something we're thinking about.
Yeah, there's such a unique difference when you paint plein air or on site, because perceptions, actual depth perceptions, the shadows, everything it just seems like you get a totally different look than even if you photograph it and go home and paint it. I cannot get the same as I get with plein air.
Plein air is difficult because it's typically you limit yourself to a couple of hours because the sun's changing, the shadows are changing, everything changes. So you really have to take a snapshot in your brain of what you're wanting to do and then execute it right there on the spot, because 30 minutes later it's going to be totally different.
Yeah, and the good thing, like in college, one of the best assignments I ever had was we had to do 20 still lifes in oils in 1 week. And that helps you to just get that out. Just don't be afraid of the paint. Just put what you see down, and it's amazing how well that works.
Yeah, I agree. And we do that. We do it. We call them quick draws.
Mm-hmm.
And where they'll have a quick draw with a teacher, and they've got like 3 or 4 minutes to knock something out. And they got to go and do another.
Yeah, and then they gesture drawing and all of it.
It gets the novice and the beginner past that frightened stage, and they're just immersed into executing the work and trying.
Yes.
And just because everybody tries and everybody fails, even our instructors fail.
Sure. I mean, we don't all, every piece is not a finished success that we want to show people. I have stacks of sketchbooks, and I'm sure you do as well.
I've got drawers full of stuff that I don't like, but again, it's in the viewers.
Yeah. Do you have that experience? I'll have a piece that I have a painting I just don't like. It's a fairy or something that I did a few years back, and I've never been happy with it, and everyone else likes it.
Yeah.
And it sort of irritates me because I don't really want to hang it, but they're, oh no, I really like that one. But my personal preference isn't that, and it's my own painting. Like, they don't always turn out exactly the way we want them to.
I know. I have several that I gave one to a friend in Nashville. I call it Cliche Cloud because I hate the painting. He loves it. He absolutely loves it.
See, that's great. That's the different energy that they're getting from something they see that is for them. So that's fun. And that's a really fun thing about art, is the broad spectrum of people who respond to it. I mean, we create art as artists for ourselves, really, but also without viewers, without art lovers, then it's just sitting there.
Another thing we do at the Till as well is we have what is called a throwdown. And a throwdown is where we invite 2 of our instructors in, and they'll paint a portrait in 3 hours from life. And it's a competition between the 2. And it's kind of fun. It's a dueling thing. And they both may have different styles, but it's for someone who has never seen a portrait painted, started and completed in 3 hours from life. It's
Oh, we got a phone call. Hold on, please. How do I turn this on again? It's been a while since I answered.
That's okay.
I'm coming, whoever's on the phone. Sorry about that. Hello, this is the Jill at the Art Beat of Chattanooga. Oh, can you call back? We lost you. Sorry about that. All right. So anyway,
the throwdown is a fun event. We encourage people to come, and their time they're sort of cheering, saying, come on, why'd you pick that color? And it's a participation thing. It's a lot of fun.
So it sounds really lighthearted and like a little bit of teasing, and it's all in good nature and good fun.
Yeah. And occasionally we'll auction the piece off at the end of the event. And we've done this before. We've had several throwdowns. Some really good art.
That's great. I apologize to the caller. Feel free to call back. I thought that was a cell phone going on over here. So 423-800-8949, 423-800-8949. We're here with Stan Townsend from the Townsend Atelier. And I heard you say that a nickname just now for the Attil, or?
Oh, yeah, we call it the Attil.
The Attil, that's its little nickname.
Yeah,
okay.
It's nickname. Yep. Yeah.
So
it's Townsend Atelier. And to get back to the concept, it's atelier, as I said, is a French word for workshop or studio, but the concept is an old concept. And sometime back when somebody was learning to paint or wanted to learn to draw, they would apprentice themselves to an artist, and they would work in the atelier of their studio with them and work side by side to learn the techniques and methods. And that's kind of the concept we do.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Playing with the headphones. They're not working,
okay.
So technical difficulty, whatever.
Mine's got a buzz.
Yours has a buzz? Yeah. Stan has a buzz. He said so on air.
I did. I did.
We didn't think you were that type, but we are stereotyped as thank you, Russell. That's much better. We are stereotyped as artists.
Buzz in my ear.
I know. I'm just teasing you. Keeping it interesting, that's one of the things that when I first came on with the show, that the guys had this stereotype that all artists are hippies.
Oh yeah.
Basically, or gypsies.
I started to wear a suit and tie.
Yeah, we're just people.
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
just people.
I'm a professional as well. In other field, and love to be full-time artist. If anybody wants to be my patron, send me money so I can stay home and paint. Great.
Me too.
You too, right?
Yeah.
So let's I haven't talked that much about you. We got so much talking about the atelier, and that's great. So you have some beautiful things here to share.
Yeah.
Can we?
They're different things by some of our instructors and guest artists. Let's just give an example of the.
All right. May I actually answer the phone this time?
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi, this is Jill on the Art Beat of Chattanooga. Missed you again. I'm sorry. I'm having phone difficulties here.
Anyway, back to the work zone. Yeah. I'm going to step away and pick it up.
All right. So Stan's going to grab a couple pieces that he brought from the instructors and students, perhaps, at the atelier. And these are gorgeous pieces that vary. So we can hold this one up, Stan, and if you can talk about it for me.
This piece is done by one of our guest instructors, and he'll have a class in January coming up. And Seth Heverkamp, he's a great artist. He's very relaxed. He's very, very giving. And,
Calls will not be answered.
And his work this is a sketch he did in, I guess, about an hour in front of a group of people. And he just left it for us. But it just gives you an idea of the quality of the level of instruction that we offer.
So for the people who are listening and can't see, we'll talk about that in a second. Hi, this is Jill. How you doing?
Good.
Good. What do you have to share with us today? And can you tell me your name?
Oh, well, my name is Peggy, and I'm trying to watch you live.
Oh.
Was wondering how to do that.
Okay. Russell, can you help Peggy Townsend here with this question?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
All right. Russell's going to say something.
You grab your mic here. So first thing you need to go to YouTube and just search for Hot News Talk Radio, and you should be able to find us there. And I've also, if you go to our Facebook page, I posted the live video there. So Hot News Talk Radio on Facebook or Hot News Talk Radio on YouTube. You should be able to find us, no problem.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling, Peggy. Sorry you're not here, but I hope you can get the show. Best news is there will be a feed.
Somebody had demand this.
All right. Thanks so much. All right. So.
All right. And the next piece I'll show you is one of my pieces.
All right. So something that Stan has done, and Stan has been an artist from what I can tell his whole life. And you and Peggy, the Townsend Atelier is your baby, right? Yes. I'll hold it up for you, Stan. And can you, first of all, describe it to the people who can't see, who are just listening and not on YouTube with us? Okay. You can just take the headphones off, Stan. That's okay. If they're giving you trouble, you'll be fine. All right. So can you tell the listener?
Yeah, this is a still life drawing. It's a pencil graphite drawing that I did of just a simple still life, eggs on a countertop with the drape. And it just uses a technique of darks and lights and shadows, and which is known as chiaroscuro, which is darks and lights. It's a classic approach to it, but it's an example of the drawing that we do.
A very finely shaded, you can just about feel the eggshells, very soft, subtle, graduated grays and contrast, very soft. So it's beautiful. Ooh, thanks, Stan. I'm hitting somebody's mic there.
I'll bring another one.
Thanks. Yeah. So you teach at the Townsend. I know they have the life drawing, oil, and there's also supplies that you can purchase there. And I believe I know that I've been able to use easels when I come to the class.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We provide easels and stools and, tables and cabarets, the little tables that go next to the easels. So you don't need any of those things. You just need, some basic supplies if you're taking a class. And we provide what we consider reasonable but quality products. We're a lot of places sell, I guess, inferior products, and you'll know the difference between if you've ever used the products, like the paints. They're gritty and gummy, and they're full of fillers and everything. paints we provide are really more just straight pigments in oil. You know, they're good paints and they're reasonably priced. So we're not a full-blown art supply center, but we carry just what we consider the better product.
Yeah, and oil painting nowadays with all the thinners and things with no odors and with the water-based oils, and it's not like it used to be where your entire home or studio had to smell like turpentine all the time.
Yeah.
So
a lot of our instructors prefer that we use the odorless mineral spirits, and we carry those. And we also carry a line of brushes that are handmade in the UK by Rosemary Company, and they're just fantastic because a lot of the brushes you buy in a lot of stores, I mean, you go buy stuff at Target and all that sort of stuff now, but the brushes are all mass produced in China, and they just fall apart. The quality is not there, so we're more about quality than quantity.
yeah, and that's the sense I get even entering the Townsend Atelier. Is it's a very classy place. The work is beautiful, and it's just enjoyable. I mean, it's not, don't want to make you feel like you can't go in there. It's not classy, like, oh my gosh, dress up, but it's just a good feeling, a good professional feeling. And as far as brushes, I think I must be very fortunate because I bought a lot of brushes when I was in college. I worked at the bookstore in the art section, and those brushes are now a few years old because I've been out of college for a couple of years now.
Me too.
Yeah, and they are still chugging along, my brushes.
I've got some as well, but I mean, in the last, I'd say the last several years, China's taken a very predominant role.
Yeah, they also took over the maca fields and so all that stuff. So we got just a couple minutes before the break, Stan. So I'd like to share about this art classes for kids a minute. Can you tell us about this?
Yeah, with the absence of art in the schools for these days, we've had two instructors that are trained and really offering children's classes and homeschoolers as well. A lot of homeschoolers are taking the homeschooler art classes, and they're hands-on classes where they paint and they learn art history. I mean, they learn history at the same time as they're learning, exploring their passion of art. Because children are naturally passionate about art.
That's a wonderful way to teach art together with art history. They are one and one. And you connect with an era as an artist. Usually I love Impressionism, and others, but I was initially, when I began painting, I fell in love with the Impressionists. And
well, I think there's the project coming up is that they're studying the Sistine Chapel in Michelangelo. And actually the kids are going to crawl under the table and paint upside down like Michelangelo.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so that they'll get a sense of the experience you went through to produce the piece.
I love that because it's so much more for them than it's a person, it's an era, it's a style, you know. And that's something we can talk about later is the whole kind of almost fear of nudes in certain societies. It's in art. When it's like you're mentioning the Sistine Chapel, that's one of my main things is, well, what about that? What about the Sistine Chapel?
Well,
why are nudes bad?
I don't know if it has nothing to do with the atelier, but we had to do with the Alda Creed sculptures, Four Seasons downtown.
Yeah.
And we had, I had to answer the phone one day, and this gentleman called in and just complained about the Four Seasons being nudes, and they're really not that new. You know, and I said, well, you ever go to the mall? I said, no. What about Victoria's Secret? That's more provocative than the nude.
Yeah, it's all over the place, you know, but art has always been a sign of culture, and in this free world that we live in now, it just seems like such an odd thing to have so many galleries shy away from the nude form, and it's such a beautiful part of art. So, well, we're going to be back with Stan Townsend from the Townsend Atelier on the Art Beat of Chattanooga, Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240, and love to have you back for the second half, and we're going to talk about more really awesome art things going on in Chattanooga. See you in a little bit.
Wars come and go, but of my soldiers stay eternal.
Now you can listen to Hot News Talk Radio anywhere streaming live at Noogaradio.com. That's Noogaradio.com.
Hot News Talk 1240.
Wow, we're not in Kansas anymore. Check out all these awesome guitars, amps, pedals, banjos, and so much more.
Suddenly, you're transported. You are on stage. Anticipation. Your fans are counting on you. You begin to play. Ecstasy, excitement, artistry and chaos, thundering applause, rock and roll.
Charvel, Gretsch, Supro, Jackson, EVH. Fulfill your dreams. Guitar, piano lessons, and more. Located at the corner of Boy Scout and Middle Valley Road in Soddy Daisy. Judah Guitar Music Store, where all your wildest dreams come true. Call 423-618-9911. Judah Guitar Music Store, where all your wildest dreams come true.
This is Mike at For the Record at Northgate Mall. We're the largest complete record store in town. We sell old and new vinyl records, celebrity posters, music posters, and we are the largest in town. Come see us.
Hi, I'm Adam Disbrow, the owner and the head surgeon of Cell Surgeon. Broken screen? You need it repaired now. We can do that. We'll have your phone repaired within the hour. No hassle, no mess, no stress. We love fixing cell phones. Your cell phone has become part of your daily activities. You've noticed your cell phone is not charging properly. It could be a charge port issue or your charger. Come in for free. We'll test your phone and your charger. You have an expensive phone. Don't feed it with a cheap charger. A cheap charger can actually damage your device. Our high quality chargers are affordable. Cell Surgeon, 140 Northgate Mall Drive, right next to Old Chicago Pizza. 423-668-0100. www.thecellsurgeon.com. Please like us on Facebook at facebook.com/thecellsurgeon.
Get $10 off a screen repair. Mention Hot News Talk Radio. Broken screen, phone not charging, water damage, battery given out. Cell Surgeon in Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza. Check us out on Facebook. Open Sunday. Cell Surgeon. We bring your phone back to life.
Money, lots and lots of money. I want to buy in the sky.
On your signature, you can get $150,000. Can you believe that? $150,000 on your signature. Hi, I'm Bruce Krebs with the Entrepreneur Source. There's a program right now that you can get $150,000 on your signature with no pledge of collateral or personal guarantee. Call me at 423-875-5621 to learn more. 423-875-5621. You've been thinking about starting a business? Don't do it on your own. I have a proven track record for the last 13 years, a 96% success rate. I can guide you into a franchise where you will pay yourself through the startup phase with very low or little risk. Call me now. I'm Bruce Krebs at 423-875-5621. And make sure to listen to the Entrepreneur Hour every other Wednesday from 11 to 12 o'clock. Call me now, 875-5621.
Money, lots and lots of money. I want to buy in the sky. Our house in the middle of our street.
Hi, I'm Sabrina with Sabrina Realty Associates. Now is a great time to sell your home. In our area, inventory is at an all-time low, which translates into higher sales prices. Call us today at 423-499-7780 to set up a free consultation and discuss our unique and aggressive marketing programs. We will provide you with a free market analysis to determine the right value of your home. Call us today at 423-499-7780 or visit our website at SabrinaRealty.com.
Our house in the middle of our street.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Hot 1240 Hot News Talk Radio with your Hot News Now update. Gasoline is now flowing freely down from Alabama all the way to Chattanooga, and we are expecting gas prices to reflect that free flow here soon. Lowest price in North Chattanooga right now is $1.19, highest is $2.09. We're expecting those prices to decline as the day goes by. Former City Councilman Manny Rico is now looking to get his position back in the District 7 seat. Running for that position is Montrell Besley, Erskine Oglesby Jr. They're running against Chris Anderson, who's had that seat for 4 years. Running for mayor, Larry Groen, Chris Long, and incumbent Mayor Andy Burke. The sheriff says these clowns are no laughing matter. Multiple threats have been made against different schools across the U.S. regarding clowns, and the sheriff says he won't tolerate it. And shots fired over old love. Police say that Roderick Russell fired at a man
who had left Russell's estranged wife's house. They say he pulled a gun on the man at a red light. If you're driving downtown, you may have to change your route. Many roads have been closed for the Ironman rally in Chattanooga. It's going on in the Tennessee Valley. It's going on Hot 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
Expect lots of sunshine once again out there through your afternoon. High temperatures of around 90 tonight. Lows back into the mid, maybe upper 60s. For Friday and the weekend, not much change. Still looking hot and dry with lots of sunshine through Sunday and highs 90 to 93. Dr. Ron Phillips has released the most important book he's ever written, The Unraveling of America. He pulls back the curtain and exposes those who are pulling the strings and unraveling the fabric of America. Available at Amazon or ronphillips.org. And I'm Storm Machine 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Orr. On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over. I'm doing a new show. I want guys who push it to the middle of the table and go over the top. Take a risk, fail miserably. I'm right, and I'm not wrong, and I'll never back down. Conflict works. Allow it.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Right here and everywhere. Noon Eastern.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Welcome back to the Art Beat of Chattanooga, where art lives. I'm Jillian Collins, your host and local artist, Vanguard Artistry. So we're here today with Stan Townsend from the Townsend Atelier, and we're going to talk some more about that great school and some more about just art and Chattanooga. And we don't get bored talking about art. We artists, that's the thing. It's never boring to us. So I hope it's something that you're all enjoying and learning from. And, you know, Stan brought up a point that we brought up last week and have brought up prior to this is what's happening to our schools, to the art in schools. And this creative aspect of children's learning is being cut out of schools. And art reflects society. Society reflects art. Art is a part of everything we do when you think about it.
Yeah,
what would life without art be like? It would be, you couldn't even imagine it. So it stimulates children's creativity, their mind. It makes new connections. The colors are very important in life. Colors create foods. They literally do. You know, so we're talking a little bit about that. And so the Townsend Atelier has now art classes for kids. And you can register for the fall classes. You can go to their website, TownsendAtelier.com. And that's Townsend. And then Atelier is ATELIER.com. So if you Google it, you're going to be able to find it, but we'll mention it again during the show. So they have art after school, August 23rd to August 27th, ages 7 to 12. Homeschool art classes, August 31 through October 5, ages 7 to 12. And then art babies, parent-child classes, October 12th, November 5th through November 5th. And that's ages 2, 3, and 4, plus a grown-up. So I assume you want to bring some wipes and cloths to this one. But this is a great, great program. And you said this is new?
Yeah, this is our since we moved in our old location, we thought about it, but we didn't have the square footage to do it. So this is a new program.
That's awesome. So is the Townsend a nonprofit organization?
No, it's an LLC. It's for profit. And but I always say we're the best nonprofit for profit there is.
Yeah, you give a lot.
Yeah, we give a lot. We give a lot to the community.
Thing to make money and to have your own business. You know, it's just that a lot of people in Chattanooga are involved in nonprofits. And, you know, I just wondered if you had that or not. But it's a wonderful school. Like I said earlier, I've been there myself. I've met wonderful people there, Stan and Peggy, and many, many other wonderful people that I've met through there already.
Well, we talked about in the beginning, it profit, but we're both been involved in nonprofits and coming from a nonprofit world. Nonprofits change over time. Their board changes, the philosophy changes, everything changes, and getting things done is different in a nonprofit. But you got committees, approvals. So we just said, let's just stick with it and just do it.
Yeah, and you know what? This radio station and myself, we support local business. You know, you're a local family who started a wonderful school here in Chattanooga and give a wonderful base of training that a lot of other towns and cities do not offer.
That's true. Like I said earlier, at one workshop, we had 2 people from Chattanooga, and I think there were 12 people in the workshop. They were from all over the United States and outside the United States. So we bring people in. I mean, we have a fairly large, our workshops out there. We have people, well, we got some coming up. We'll have people come in from Birmingham, Huntsville, Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, Knoxville, come from all over. Some come from Toronto. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, we're gonna Chattanooga's. We're leading the modern Renaissance. We're leading it. We want it, and this city is such a piece of art of itself. Just to see the city, and then what's happening with the Hunter and all of these UTC, the colleges and the schools. You know, I really think that there's an energy here that you don't see in every city towards the arts.
Oh yeah, and we're fortunate because we've got some great foundations that support it. You know, philanthropic foundations that put a lot of money into making Chattanooga a beautiful city, a place that the world is talking about. They really are.
Yeah, they are. And some people, you know, the nightlife scene isn't like Nashville, but if you're looking for a variety of things to do in Chattanooga, it's so broad. Other than the galleries, the gallery hops, all of that, the schools, you know, in the other arts, the comedians, the improv, the girls band that they just did a fundraiser for downtown, and the list goes on and on. There is so many creative things going on here that we may not have like a bunch of nightclubs open all night, but you can have a really fantastic time in Chattanooga and do different things every night if you want to.
I know, and then when people come in from out of town, they say, "Well, I didn't know about Chattanooga. You know, I flew in first time I've been here." Says, "But God, I love this city. It's great." You know, they just absolutely love it. We've had people from. I mean, actually, we have an instructor who lives in. I think he lives in Delaware. He came in, he taught, and he's considering moving here to live as an artist and make his living here. And, you know, of course, he sells all over the country and every place, but he's thinking of relocating because he just was so in love with the city and the amenities it had and the culture it had.
Well, that's what happened to me just over 3 years ago. I came to visit and then went on to Florida for a vacation, and I ended up coming back through here, staying for 3 weeks, buying a car because I wrecked my car before I left. And I've been here ever since, and I love it. So that's what Chattanooga does. It's kind of an enchanting city.
It is. And it's well, hopefully it'll keep that charm as it grows and doesn't lose it and become another big metropolitan sort of mess.
From what I can tell, the young artists coming up in Chattanooga are serious, talented, focused business people as well as artists. And a lot of them they're in school, maybe biochemistry or business or whatever, and they're working very hard to build the community, to continue to build the community of art and that eclectic feeling in Chattanooga. So I think that we can at least look to this, the up and coming artists to really help bump up the level of what's going on in Chattanooga.
I think so. And speaking of that, I was going to bring up another piece up and show
Absolutely.
you a piece
Yes.
one
Let's
of our
see what you've got. We've got some other beautiful artwork here, and even just going to the Townsend and walking around in there, the pieces are gorgeous in the studio. This is an oil painting, right? Stan, this has to be oil.
Yeah, this is an oil painting by our instructor, Mia Bergeron, talking about a young professional. Mia is really taken off as far as a young painter in Chattanooga. Mia's work has changed dramatically, and I'll show another one.
Well, this is a gorgeous, almost traditional portrait, and it's funny because you look at it and you see the white part of the shirt. That's just a couple of brush strokes, and it never ceases to amaze me how, you know, you can just put some paint on a brush and throw it down and you've got a piece of clothing or something. Other times you're spending time drawing graphite a little bit at a time, blending your colors. But that painting, you can tell there's some very fast strokes that he did in there, didn't overwork the paint, and he just was seeing it and laying it down in some of the aspects of it.
Well, Mia was trained in Florence, Italy, and classical approach, and that was done with a limited palette of maybe four colors. And of course, her work's changed dramatically now. She's got a big show opening next month, I believe, in Denver, Colorado, and she's really something. She's taken off nationally. She's showing in Charleston, Washington, Denver, all over. She's so busy, it's unbelievable.
That's fantastic. And plus,
And
she has to keep painting to keep up with all that.
She keeps painting. So that's kind of the quality of the artists we offer and teach with. And to study with her, really, her classes are. This is another painting by her.
So this is a little boy with some kind of subtle colors along the wall, and it looks like a sunlight coming through a window.
Yeah.
And he's wearing kind of a blue shirt, and he just looks kind of quiet. He's just sitting here. And you said this is an oil as well?
This is an oil as well.
And it's on like masonite?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on a masonite.
So you can paint on anything. You know that some people hesitate because we think, oh, I have to get this special gallery canvas. I've seen works that people just do something out of necessity on like almost a cardboard box. And I just encourage you, just try. You know, don't worry about investing a bunch of money. If you want to try something, just try it. Of course, this would take some time to learn to do this.
Yeah, she's progressed dramatically.
I mean, this is a beautiful oil painting.
She teaches at our atelier, and she's always very sought after. Classes fill up rather fast.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
She teaches a palette knife, portrait, and figurative work.
So,
and then I've got one more piece.
All right. So, but the workshop that you have on Thursdays, that's a workshop. It's not a class exactly. It's an open workshop.
Yeah, Thursday night we have a open studio, which we call open studio, and we provide a service. We hire the model and organize the model and have the easels and everything set up. So, and for $15, you can come in and work for 3 hours from live. And you know, it's a serious thing because all the artists there are very serious, and we've got I mean, sometimes it's 10 people, sometimes it's 18. It just varies, really varies. And here's an example of the kind of work that you may find.
Now, is this the one that was done at one of the workshops?
No, this one was done. This one is by a Russian. Done in the Rapin Institute in St. Petersburg, and it's a very strong traditional school that teaches from life. I mean, the first few years you go there, you just draw every day for the rest of several years before you're ever allowed to pick up a brush. So you master the drawing thing.
I love the technique in here because it's very realistic to life, and there's a lot of shading, but the pencil strokes are free, and yet the hands look, you know, just perfectly formed. Yeah. But it's just a very free drawing along with some natural shading. It's very beautiful. It's a nude male. Looks like he has some sort of loincloth or something there. Yeah. But he's laying, almost looks like in a painful pose to me, like he's hurting or something. That's the feeling I get from this, that he's grieving maybe. I don't know.
I don't either, but it's a great example.
It is.
Of the figurative drawing.
Yep, and that's the whole thing is, you know, drawing, and from there, like you were saying, technique.
Yeah, and the Thursday night it's a benefit to the artist because first of all, you have to find the subject that's willing to pose, and then the expense of hiring that person for an artist one-on-one, it's very expensive.
Yeah,
and so we have a tradition that we're trying to carry on where you can come in, you can draw from a model, and you pay $15. That's $5 an hour. That's very cheap. I mean, otherwise it would cost a fortune to do it on your own. And
people are getting gorgeous drawings. I mean, there's some doing sculpture, some painting, some drawing. I know that the two workshops that I've been able to attend, both times I drew something I was at least pleased with. You know, it had a realistic form. It was my own style, which is not so classic, but I know that what I saw happening there was fantastic, and some really beautiful works coming out. Pastel.
We've got people that do sculpt. We have an artist that comes up from, I think it's Calhoun, Georgia, drives up every Thursday and sculpts from the figure.
He does it very quickly too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's amazing.
Very fast.
Like, how did you do that just now? Yeah. So very, very talented.
Yeah. And again, it's not an instructional, so nobody's coming around. It's not judgmental. Nobody's criticizing. Now, there's peer-to-peer discussion about how to improve if you ask for it.
Sure.
But nobody's going to say, well, that's terrible. You need to do this.
No, it's a very encouraging environment where like a beginner can go and just try. I met a lady there who has only been drawing less than a year, and she was working on a portrait as opposed to the whole model.
Yeah.
And I was amazed that for a year, her drawings were very good. She knew the technique.
Yeah.
So.
And speaking of that, I have another thing.
All right. I know that when I told an art teacher once that, I can't even draw a straight line, her response to me, and I think I was around 10, that age where a lot of children stop drawing. She said, "Oh, that's okay. Straight lines are boring." And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. It's funny. People think they can't draw, but they're like you're saying, there's actual techniques, there's actual methods and tools and that you learn to get what you want to come out.
That's true. And this is an example of a tool that we use. This is called the planes of the head. And if you're interested in doing portraiture, it's broken it into these geometric planes so you can, very pronounced, as you can see, angular.
It's kind of an alien looking head with, just for those of you who cannot see, and it's a very angular, as Stan said, gray head that's used to catch the shadows and the light in the form of the human head and neck.
Yeah, and it's a very great exercise. We do a class called painting the planes of the head, where you paint it in black and white. And you just, after you paint it and you realize where those planes are, then you can move on to a real subject. See?
Yeah, it's really very geometric. I'm just here playing with it. I'm already in love with it. I'm like, I want this. It's great.
It's a great tool.
So is this something that you provide at the class?
Yeah, we provide. We have a couple of them.
But people could purchase these if they want. Yeah. So this eye, is this a closed eye? Is one's open and one's closed?
If you look at it, one half of the face is an adult and the other half is a child.
Oh, okay.
It's a younger face.
Drawing children is challenging.
Yeah, it is. Their proportions are totally different.
It's harder to get shading and line because they're so rounded.
And that's what this one does. I think
very interesting.
This is an adult head on the right, a youth head on the left.
So it's a Siamese twin drawing tool. What's the name of this actually?
It's Planes of the Head.
Planes of the Head. Does he have a name?
No.
No. Okay.
Our skeleton has a name.
Very cool. Your skeleton.
Yeah, we have a skeleton as well. So.
What's the skeleton's name?
Cecil.
Yeah, I've seen Cecil, right? He's at the studio there.
He's at the studio, and he's used to point out anatomical features and figures and so forth. And it's just a great reference. I mean, we have a great artist coming in. I think next year, first of the year, Roberto Asti, he was trained in the University of Bologna in medical illustration, but he's doing anatomy.
Oh wow! Perfect.
It's incredible. This level of detail, incredible.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're taking a biology course or whatever, anatomy is a part of art.
It is.
It is totally a part of art. If you don't know the human form by the muscles, the build, the proportions to use, where the ears go on the head in a drawing, that's something artists have to learn. You automatically.
It gets into math.
Yes.
It gets into math because everything is in proportion. Another part of your body.
And at some point, you stop drawing the little sun in the corner of the paper, and you start painting a whole sky. You think
true.
Kids always make the little sun, and it's I'm. At what point do we learn that? To not draw the sun like that. So.
But anyway, we have a variety of classes plus the materials we offer. We have the.
So those are for sale at the Townsend Atelier.
Yeah, it's a small little store associated with the
and that's open 9 to 5.
Yep.
Every day of the week.
Every day, except Saturday and Sunday.
Right. Weekdays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we have that open every day, and it's really for our students and the general public. We have more and more foot traffic coming in,
which will generate more students.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true because a lot of people are very intimidated. We're located in the Arts Building on 301 West 11th Street, right behind Warehouse Row, the corner of King and 11th Street, right across the street from the Times Free Press.
Yes. Yep. It's a very, very nice building, easy to get to. There's some parking available there too.
Free parking.
You're going to get free parking, yes. And you're going to get really personal not attention or training in the workshops, but the people who you're going to work with at the Townsend Atelier are professional, top of the line, skilled artists. And, you know, the things you're going to learn will be for life. These are tools for life for an artist.
And
So,
we also offer some mentor classes. If you're deciding you want to go out and try to make it in the gallery scene and everything, we have, with these artists, they have a mentorship program where they sit down and they talk about how to prepare a portfolio. What should I do? How should I approach a gallery? You know, all the nuts and bolts of the business.
you know, I've done all that, and I still feel like I could use help understanding it better. That's a fantastic program, Stan.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So is that something you can do one-on-one? You just...
No, it's a relatively small group, and it meets once a month, usually on Mondays and Tuesday nights. And Mia Bergeron's offering it. She's, I'd say, very, very involved in the gallery scene now, and making a living painting and selling her paintings.
Well, that's a wonderful program, Stan, because it's scary to suffer the possible rejection if you don't get accepted, or to know what to submit to what gallery or when. So that's a great plan that you have that going on. So the Townsend Atelier, very diverse in what they offer.
Yeah, you know, we for years, my wife and I, like I said, my wife she's an arts administrator. She has an MBA in arts administration, and she was director of the public arts program. Several years.
All right, Stan. Well, that's all the time we have, and it flew by. So very fun talking about art in Chattanooga and the Townsend Atelier, located at 301 East 11th Street, right here in Chattanooga, across from the Times Free Press. So kids, adults, anyone who wants to learn, this is a very fantastic place to be on that journey. Thank you, Stan, so much for coming.
Thank
and hope you all have a great weekend, and see you in 2 weeks. I'm going to have a couple subs coming on. I'm going out of town.
12 minutes and 40
Take
seconds. Care. We'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
I'm Larry Daniels from Daniels Insurance, and on the average, our customers save $400 a year. We offer retirement vehicles and annuities in addition to other investment products that help you protect your family. Call 423-332-4774.
Listen up, y'all. Ben Phillips, Home Rate Mortgage, 805-9100. I'm in the business of saving people money, and if you want to save money, pick that cell phone up right now. 805-9100. I received a call that I won't forget. The guy is a Chattanooga police officer who served our great country in the Air Force. A true American hero. Our hero is renting, which costs too much for a space too small. We helped him achieve the American dream. And the best part is this. He purchased a $180,000 home with zero down. His payment is $200 less than what his rent was. And now he has a safe place with more space to raise his family. It's easy, and you can do it too. It just takes 10 minutes and one phone call. 805-9100.
Turn a house into a home.
Bill's Smoke Shop in Saudi Daisy has everything to please your good taste. It's across from the Hardys in Saudi Daisy. Come visit Bina. She has all kinds of treats for you, including beer. Bell's Smoke Shop, Saudi Daisy.
Shooter Supply, any A-frame, 20% off, 10% off, 5% off, everything in the store's on sale. 5, 10, 20, September sales days. Shooter Supply, handguns, carry permit classes, ammo and gear. You get 5% off of firearms, 10% off of ammo and gear, 20% off of all handgun carry permit classes. Shooter Supply, September sales days. But you gotta get here now, it's ending soon. Shooter Supply, any A-frame. We're on Hickson Pike, right around the corner, right next to the Holiday Inn Express. Shooter Supply and Indoor Range. Shooters-range.com. Order online. Shooters-range.com. September sales days.
Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's got
got third. He's going for second. Earnhardt going for the lead.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is on the Motor Racing Network.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Hear it live on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Check it out live on Chattanooga's official NASCAR radio station.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Charge! Get back there, you dang Yankee! Great horny toads, I'm up north. Gotta burn my boots, they touched Yankee soil. Lay down your arms and step forward, Yankee!
What's the hassle, Schmassel?
My orders from General Lee is to hold the Macy-Dixie line, and no Yankees are crossing it.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd probably run for president of the Southern states. The day Elvis passed away would be our national holiday. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made.
NASCAR, David Tulis, Coast to Coast AM, and CBS Radio News. Chattanooga's news, talk, and sports leader.
News Talk 1240.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over. I'm doing a new show. I want guys who push it to the middle of the table and go over the top. Take a risk, fail miserably. I'm right, and I'm not wrong, and I'll never back down. Conflict works. Allow it.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Right here and everywhere. Noon Eastern.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Finding just the right place to live can be a daunting task. Stop your search. In Chattanooga, the place to live is Cross Creek Village.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
WSDT Sunny Daisy, Chattanooga.
Yesterday on The Herd.
Football's culture is suck it up, Jimmy. Tom played hurt. You have 4 games. Show us you're the next guy. And if I'm Jimmy Garoppolo, play through it. It's not a head injury. There's nothing broken. There's nothing torn. It is playing in severe pain.
A new day in The Herd.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
You guys can laugh at me all you want.
This is The Herd.
The Herd.
With Colin Cowherd.
I'm setting the tone.
Best show on radio.
This is The Herd.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles. The Herd with Colin Cowherd starts now.
This is The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles. On iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, 3 hours today on FS1. Christine Leahy joining me as always. How are you?
I'm great. How are you this morning?
I am great, and so is America, and so is the NFL. But we begin with this today. The Carolina Panthers and the NFL are considering, they're in discussions this morning to move Sunday's game out of Charlotte because of the unrest in Charlotte that we're currently seeing on all the cable channels, right? So this is Minnesota, Carolina. This is a very big game. This could decide home field. In my opinion, these two teams have a chance to win their division. And this could be home field. This could be a big deal. So let's start with this. First of all, we've had games moved before. Miami and San Diego got moved due to a fire. A couple years ago, the Giants, Minnesota got moved to Detroit because of snow. We've moved games because of nature.